delegates,
members of press and admins. It is a very great privilege to see you here today at the start of our 5th annual Georges Duby Model United Nations event. You will face the challenges of today and the challenges of tomorrow.
You will put to test your leadership skills, tolerance, teamwork, as well as a problem-solving attitude needed in shaping the future.
Que je suis avocate et presque 10 ans que je suis membre du groupe des avocats d'enfants.
This year's Gdmun focuses on empowering youth. 2 words that have a lot of significance. About 42% of the world population is 24 years old or younger. And Africa and the Middle East have the highest proportions of young people. It would be a true, idealistic vision to 1 second believe that all these young women and all these young men grow up to express their fullest potential, to express their ideas, their opinions, their discontent, too. We hereby declare Gdmun 2019 open.
As a chair of the health committee, I was really impressed by the knowledge of the delegates on the subject. Everyone had made their researches and knew exactly the position of the country. I also really enjoyed the debates over sex education, as the topic was very relevant to our generation. And I got very emotional when I got the best delegate prize, because it was for a seconde, and she was extremely mature, and I knew I would have never been able to do this at her age.
As the chair of the Security Council, what I really enjoyed is seeing that people from different backgrounds, schools, ages, end up having very constructive debates. They make alliances, write clauses together, and at the end of the day, they have shared so much, they have learned from one another. And as chairs, that makes us pretty proud.
What I've learned from the International Court of Justice Committee is how easy it seems to debate on a subject such as climate, but how actually hard it is to create clauses and coalitions and to actually come to an agreement in the end. And the delegates present in my committee were absolutely incredible in doing so, and they debated so well, and it's incredible to see how well people can get along and how well they can debate with each other, but still being respectful towards one another even if their opinions differs, and that's what I found truly amazing.
So what was great about the ICJ committee was that whether or not you had a good level of English and good debating skills, you could always relate on others because everyone was so kind and open-minded but never judgmental.
Hi, I'm Alia, and this year I was chairing the Crisis Committee. This year was my 4th Gdmun, and it was from far the biggest, the most well-organized, and the most interesting of all, with the theme Empowering Youth. It was also the first time I chaired, which was a great opportunity for me. I really enjoyed it, because it was a lot of fun being behind the desk, as I always was a delegate. I really enjoyed it also because I was with Axel, and Axel is probably the best co-worker ever. We worked a lot on different crises and all the research, and there was a great cooperation between us. On Saturday morning, the icebreakers went quite so awkward as we did hide some hints in the high school so that students get to know each other, but they didn't know the school, so they got lost, and we spent like 15 minutes looking for them, and it was a lot of fun. It was also a relief because no one was bored during the debates and everyone had prepared some clauses, which shows how involved they were. And I was also really personally proud when shy people did coming to the floor or just participate by asking questions, because it's quite hard to overcome your own shyness and anxiety. And even though it was a small participation, it was just the first steps towards more confidence and more interesting debates. So I was really proud for them.
So what we will remember was the fact that every delegate were always interested, always listening, always willing to debate, even if they were not all very confident in English, and for most of them it was their very first moon.
The atmosphere was really amazing and welcoming, and we all felt like everyone was part of a big family. So
that's why we are positive
and proud to announce that
our committee was the best, and we would like to thank you and every delegations that were present.
So, my favorite moment of the day was when we announced to our delegates that there was something going on, and that something going on was actually the crisis. And everybody didn't know what to do, and it was pretty funny because, while they were going in the room, we didn't have our badges, and a lot of stuff wasn't ready. So everybody was kind of rushing to... All the chairs were rushing to do stuff that hadn't been prepared, and then the crisis was just hilarious.
Drugs and Crimes Committee, in which I chaired with Chloe, was fun. We obviously had experts in drugs and crimes in our group. I guess it was stressful at first being a chair, but as the time passed, we were more and more excited. When came the Gdmun weekend, we were nothing but thrilled to realize that people were so into it and that they showed such motivation. It is not the first Gdmun I have done, but we all know that the best is always for last, and I am glad that this one was my last.
Chairs of the Human Rights Committee, we were not sure it would go pretty well.
But we managed to make a few jokes and how we were the funniest chairs. Well, we got them to participate, and as the debate went on, everybody was into it in the end, and that was a great thing.
And at the end of the day, we were so tired and ready to go to the event.
And the rest is history.
Hi there, this is Gemma, Chair of the Political Committee. Model United Nations are an enriching and powerful experience for any person who speaks English or has basic language skills in English. For me, MUN has been a wonderful time of debate. Finding solutions to international problems is very empowering. Being chair of this debate in the Political Committee, which the topic was how to empower youth in the political life in a country, was very enriching, and the solutions and ideas presented by the delegates were very interesting. I had a lot of pleasure being chair at this year, even though being delegates is much better.
Being a chair of the UNICEF committee has been an absolutely incredible experience because you get to see what people think and witness the evolution in their confidence. For instance, at the beginning of the day, some were very stressed, but they got increasingly confident, which was very rewarding for us. And also the fun moments created a very, very nice atmosphere and a sort of link between us, which in the end is the most important, I guess.